So much we still don't know about coronavirus and what comes next. The Health Secretary here today to answer some of the thousands of questions submitted by Sky News viewers. And the first one about this man, Professor Neil Ferguson, who was until last night a key advisor to the government, forced to resign after breaking the lockdown rules he helped design.
The social distancing rules are there for everyone, and they're incredibly important and they're deadly serious.
Should he be prosecuted?
Well, you can imagine what my views are, but that is absolutely a matter...
I can't imagine. Tell me.
It's a matter for the police.
Other questions people want answering. When might they go back to work, be reunited with family, send their kids back to school?
It's tempting to give concrete answers, but the problem is...
Our viewers just want something that they can look towards.
Of course they do. And I think... I'm not, dodging the question. I'm answering really directly. We don't know.
How are you going to handle the new Labour leader, Prime Minister?
Questions not just from the public, but from MPs too. The Prime Minister out of number 10 to the Commons for his first appearance there in 6 weeks.
It is good to be back, even though I've been away for longer than I had intended.
And during his absence, the UK's death toll has climbed at a devastating pace.
He said that many people were looking at the apparent success of the government's approach. But yesterday we learned, tragically, that at least 29,427 people in the UK have now lost their lives to this dreadful virus. That's now the highest number in Europe. It's the second highest in the world. That's not success.
I don't think that international comparisons and the data is yet there to draw all the conclusions that we want.
The argument that international comparisons can't really be made when the government's been using slides like this for weeks to do international comparison just really doesn't hold water. The UK was slow into lockdown, slow on testing, slow on tracing, and slow on the supply of protective equipment.
People want to know how we get out of lockdown. Labour pushing to hear the plan.
Will the Prime Minister give him that reassurance by setting out his plan as he says he will? Or will he come to this House on Monday to present that plan?
We'll want, if we possibly can, to get going with some of these measures on Monday. I think it would be a good thing, Mr. Speaker, if people had an idea of what's coming.
The Prime Minister wants to tweak the lockdown as early as Monday. Well, what might that look like? A senior minister tells me that could mean reopening smaller shops and outdoor workplaces, but they are still looking at the data. The watchword in all of this is caution. Stamping on the accelerator, just too dangerous. Think of this more as slowly lifting your foot off the brake. The PM wants to lift the lockdown nationally, but devising a roadmap to navigate a disease you still don't fully understand is difficult. The government desperate to avoid a second peak, but expect bumps along the road. Beth Rigby, Sky News, Westminster.